What's up, everybody? It's your boy again, the Unabonger. And today, I'm jumping on the bandwagon and doing my own best fast food tier. I saw that iDubbbz did this, and iDubbbz Light, aka Chris Raygun, and I said to myself, hey, I'm a fat stoner. I love fast food, too. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. First off, we're gonna dump Dairy Queen right at the bottom of this tier. When I was in junior high and high school, my parents would take me to DQ for some burgers every once in a while, and it was actually pretty good. But man, for probably 15 years, I don't know if I've seen one Dairy Queen that actually sells burgers anymore. So for that reason alone, we gotta throw them on the bottom tier. Easy enough. After that, we're throwing Steak and Shake at a C level. I've been there, I like it, it's always good food. My only personal quibble with it is it's usually kind of smaller portions than what you get at kind of most fast food places. And if you're going to go and pig out, might as well get your money's worth. You know what I'm saying? And Burger King, I'm definitely throwing on a bottom tier because I kind of hate that place. I like that they try to be innovative with things like the Whopperito. They kind of do a bunch of different things, but it's always kind of, I'll take a first bite and it's just like, this was a mistake. I wish I could get my money back. But I know that's not how this works. But on second thought, I'm actually going to move them up one tier because I remember going to that place drunk a lot of times, and their drive-thru would still be open at 2 in the morning, so you could get some Garbeige food from there at least. So we'll send them up one tier for that. And also, I don't know if they all do this, but at one point I bought some Star Wars toys that they were putting in their Happy Meals or whatever they call them, their kids' meals. I ended up saying, hey, can I just buy the toy from this? And they're like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. It's like $2. So I gave them $2 and got this little, Star Wars toy. So we'll give them a 1-up for that. Next, McDonald's. McDonald's is kind of the sort of line in the sand, kind of the standard for all these sort of places. And to me, it's always consistent. That's a good thing. It is kind of a guilty pleasure, which is also one of the perks, I guess, of fast food. But to me, McDonald's is usually just kind of a middle-of-the-road sort of thing. So we're going to put them on the C tier here. The dollar menu is always a plus. You got to give them that. Up next, Arby's. I kind of like Arby's, actually. I know a lot of people like to shit on them, but I think a lot of their stuff's pretty good, especially their curly fries. Sometimes you just want a roast beef and cheddar, you know? And they've got these pretty kick-ass Andes mint shakes. Mwah, fine wine. After that, let's throw In-N-Out Burger up here at a D tier. I want to say that I ate once at an In-N-Out, and it was when I was in Utah, I'm pretty sure. I found it to be forgettable, obviously, so I'm putting it at the D tier. I must admit I do like the name, though. Little old In-Out. Subway. Everybody loves to shit on Subway, too. And I don't totally hate them, but yeah, it's usually kind of garbage. We're going to throw them in here at a D tier. After that, Taco Bell, another one that people like to shit on, but I actually like Taco Bell quite a bit, and I'm going to throw them at the B tier. Like Burger King, I like what their innovations are. They've got the Baja Blast. They've got, once again, kind of this unique food products, I suppose, that is kind of interesting, but in my estimation, at least, it actually kind of works out for Taco Bell. I do like a lot of the garbage food they create. And once again, they got a dollar menu. You gotta love them for that. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's pretty middle of the road, so that's where I'm throwing it, right in the middle of the road. You always get a consistent product from them, which, I guess is a good thing. At least you know what to expect. Domino's. I think everybody that has ever had Domino's agrees that it's pizza, man. The joke goes, how is sex like pizza? And the answer to that is, even when it's bad, it's still good, But come on, everybody knows Domino's is pretty garbage. I don't think that's breaking news to anybody. Del Taco. Del Taco's not one that you see on a lot of these lists, but I'd get it every once in a while. And, some cheap tacos, man. Nothing to write home about, but it's satisfying nonetheless. Sonic. I'm probably in the minority on this, but I kind of fucking hate Sonic. And I will tell you why, actually. One time, this was probably 20 years ago, when I was delivering pizzas, I delivered, basically 2 bags of pizzas. So I'd say either 6 pizzas or 8 pizzas to a Sonic one day and carried them in there through their kitchen. And it was the greasiest and nastiest kitchen I have ever stepped foot in my life. And since then, any Sonic, I'm like, I don't fucking know about this, dude. In my personal opinion, we're definitely putting Sonic at the bottom tier. Let's get some of these out of the way. Papa John's. You know, to me, Papa John's is the lobster of pizza. And what I mean by that is, they send you a little bucket of butter with it. Who doesn't love just dipping shit in butter? Let's be honest, that's the best part of going to Red Lobster. You get to dip everything in butter. Butter makes everything better. For me, yeah, Papa John's isn't the greatest, but for a fast food, it is kind of satisfying as a pizza. So I'll give it that. I'm giving it top tier status. Wendy's is another top tier for me. I love Wendy's, and what they need to do in the worst way is bring back their seasonal item, the bacon mushroom melt. Oh my god, this is, as far as I'm concerned, the best thing that any fast food restaurant has ever made. And Wendy's, please, if you hear this, if you get a hold of this, please, please, please bring back the bacon mushroom melt. I would love you forever, even though I already still do. Wendy's is just a good place. The burgers, to me, are a bit more substantial than McDonald's. You're always getting a consistent product from there that's pretty better than standard. To me, Wendy's is a top tier for sure. Quiznos. For sandwiches, you know, I never go to Quiznos, honestly. But if you're looking for a sandwich and you're like, Subway, no thanks, Quiznos is definitely the fucking place to go if you actually want to fork out some money for a good fucking sandwich. I'll move out of the way here real quick. Chick-fil-A. Everybody loves Chick-fil-A, except all the homos. But I mean, that's their problem, not mine. Get over it. The only reason that I'm not actually putting Chick-fil-A at the top tier and the A tier is because they don't serve anything besides chicken as a main course, which they do a really good job at what they do, but to me, without the burgers there, it's just a place that I don't go as often as I would otherwise. Up next on the top tier again, we're throwing Five Guys. Hey, I think it's pretty universal that everybody loves Five Guys that goes there. Me personally, what I do is I will just get the baby burger, just the single patty, because you get a small fry with it too. They always overload you on the fries. They throw way more in the bag. You gotta love them for that too. Also, I don't know if this is true, but in my limited experience with Five Guys, it seems they usually put Five Guys locations pretty close to a movie theater. So me personally, what I love to do is when I was going to go to a movie, I'd try to get to that area about an hour before, and I'd go eat at Five Guys first. Love it. Oop, and I did something wrong with this slide here, but we moved up Taco John's to the God tier for tacos. Man, I'll be honest, I haven't been there in years probably now, actually. But it's a little better than Taco Bell as far as I'm concerned. If you want some tacos, that's the place to go. Now we're going to get into the bit more fun part, a little bit more shit talking. We also just moved KFC down to the E tier because I like the idea of KFC. I like the idea you get fried chicken, you get a biscuit, you get mashed potatoes, or, come on, everybody really loves the mac and cheese. Kind of the good old fixins, the down home sort of stuff. But to me, usually every time I've went to a KFC, it seems the execution is always lacking. I like kind of the Colonel sort of thing, the maybe Confederacy a little bit. We got a little bit of that in there. Hey, do we know? Do we not? I don't know. It's a down south thing, we'll say. Maybe it's not the Confederacy. Maybe it's a Southern thing. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know, I kind of like those undertones, but for execution, I got to put them at E because to me, KFC usually isn't that great. And then the next one we deal with is Popeyes. We're actually throwing Popeyes at a B level here because I think, in my estimation, their execution of their food is just a lot better than KFC. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm actually going to downgrade them a tier because it's for the blacks, you know? Let's be honest here. And then saving the worst for last, we're going to throw Jimmy John's on the bottom tier. I like the idea of them being quick and just simple sandwiches. However, have you ever eaten that bread? Man, if I wanted a bagel with a bunch of fucking lettuce on it, I'd go to New York City. Actually, now that I've done a little research, I was gonna make another Jew joke, but I kind of found out about this guy behind the Jimmy Johns. Jimmy John Lautad. I'm probably butchering that, I'm sorry. But if you actually look at this guy's background, he does a lot of charity work that's actually pretty astounding, really. His whole story is actually pretty neat. So I'm gonna bump him up a tier just for him kind of being a cool guy, actually. But anyway, guys, that is my fast food tier. Let me know where I went wrong or if you agree with me in the comments below. That's all I got for you this time, guys. If this is your first time watching a Humaine Garbeige video, do me a favor and be sure to slap the subscribe button and tickle the bell to get notifications of new videos. And make sure you smash that motherfucking like button and leave a comment below to help me get my daily dose of dopamine. Follow me on Twitter at the Unabonger to get jokes, hot takes, and rants in real time. And follow the official social media accounts of Humaine Garbeige at Humaine Garbeige on both Twitter and Instagram. Stay tuned for another video from Humaine Garbeige, and as always, remember to hit the pipe harder than you hit your wife and kids.